My name is Kitume Tsiparima, currently Senior Sustainable Development Manager for Harmony. Harmony's commitment to its host communities is to implement socio-economic development initiatives like the BBL program, which not only uplifts and empowers our communities, but also ensures that once the mining operations have ceased, the communities will be able to sustain their livelihoods. The main motivation behind the commitment is the realization that Harmony needs to be relevant in its host communities, and it needs to give back to the communities as much as it is a profitable company due to the resources that are within the communities.
It poses a challenge, and a significant challenge, to create economic activity within these areas. Communities have been dependent on large mining activities for many years. And ensuring sustainable legacies are left behind, and that people are able to fend for themselves. There's very high levels of unemployment in the areas where we operate, and those are the major challenges.
Harmony implemented the broad-based livelihoods program together with Umsizi and socio-technical interfacing. Harmony's BBL was first launched at the host communities surrounding the Moab operation in October 2019, 6 months before the lockdown began. In that short time, over 1,175 households have been reached through the BBL program and now have greater access to improved livelihoods. Participants are spread across 16 township areas, creating a vast spread across the Moab communities. 84 participants have qualified for a greenhouse tunnel, implying that they are actively producing vegetables and training others to do the same. Communities surrounding Harmony's mining operation in the Free State began participation in February 2020, 1 month before the lockdown began. Already 286 households are participating in the BBL across 5 township areas. 31 BBL growers have qualified for a greenhouse tunnel. Host communities surrounding Harmony's Galgol operation started to participate in the BBL in June 2020, 4 months into the lockdown. In a matter of mere weeks, 115 households are active in the BBL program across 5 township areas and beginning the journey toward greater economic activity. At all 3 sites, the number of participants continues to grow unabated.
The magic of BBL really is the fact that it reaches communities where it matters most, that they can take ownership of their own income with what they have. And it's a transfer of knowledge and skills. It's not a handout, and it really empowers people within the communities to look after themselves. And I think that really is the essence of why BBL is successful.
It is the 27th of March 2020. It is official. South Africa is under lockdown.
When the lockdown was introduced by our president, Cyril Ramaphosa, we were worried. We were worried about our communities because we know that this program is what helps them to put food on the table. We started establishing WhatsApp groups, and they were very grateful. In these groups, we've been continuing with mentoring and monitoring our participants and, just training one another, and it became a platform for them to also interact with one another. People are even teaching one another. It was so surprising. We were also able to, with the use of images as well, visual learning in the platforms, like sending pictures of trench beds, sending pictures of, okay, what is this? And, people were just learning. It worked smoothly.
During the lockdown, some of our communities, they were suffering. They didn't have even food. But this initiative of having small gardens in their house is going to assist them and going to sustain their livelihood.
Because of the BBL, our community members, at a time where people were losing their jobs, at a time where people did not know where their next meal is going to come from, they were able not only to provide food for their immediate families, but they could also generate extra income that they can utilize to the day-to-day running of their household.
That it was marvelous. Ka ga group ena kaofela ba ile ba khona go ba kopana le ntate moruti mane mo re kgone ho fumana training teng ba kgona ho gaga meroho ba kgona ho ga le lettuce ra kgona ho dija ntate ka nnete ntate matla a maholo a tswang ho rona re ile ra kgona ho fumana mogoputso o moholo mane ntate ya ba re kgone rona re nne re fepe bana ba rona ntate tsatsi le tjhabang le dikelang
e re affectile haholo mare le ha e re affectile ka lebaka la bana Umsizi teng re ipone re atleya re tswella ho yona e ne le boima for rona mare ka lebaka la Umsizi re fihle mona ha re tsebe re ka be re fitile jwang go yona mare ka mohau wa modimo ka Umsizi re fitile ntate kwena lockdown le ha e le bohloko empa re thusitse ka hore focus ya rona e ne le di gardening tsa rona re sa tswe ka dijarata re shebile di garden lockdown e ne le thata empa ka lebaka la Umsizi re bone re ja bophelo ebile bo tswela pele
i-COVID-19 nayo iye yafika ngenye indlela la kithi imisebenzi yama kwangabi saphangela emsebenzini isikolo savala njengoba nami fresh abantwana bama so iye yenza uba sibe nethuba lokuthi sibheke igadini zethu sinakekele igadini zethu umuntu uvuka ekuseni uyazi uba kukhona la uphila khona isenzele ukuba siphindele emuva la besiphila khona lapho besiphila ngokulima.
We've seen growth even during this time, and we've seen expansion even during this time. So it's perfectly suited, and it addresses those basic needs in terms of food production, and the communities can still generate an income from neighbors and adjacent communities without being constrained by the lockdown and the threat of COVID transmission.
Let's hear from the participants themselves of the experience of the BBL.
Molaetsa o nka o romelang go go bona ke ba leboga thata go menagane gore ba re tseetse dikgato ba tla go re ruta tse nne re sa ditse ebile ke a bona le mo tirong e ke e dirileng gore pelo aka ya kgotsofala.
Umsizi-STI di re thusitse gagolo ne re sena nix e re reng ra etsa re fela le matla la tla la re khothatsa la re bontsha gore mane mo lefatsheng mathata a teng ga gona ntlo e sa nele mathata teng go a utswiwa dipula di atla gona le dikomello ba dulene la re phusha ko Umsizi le STI gore batho ba modimo bophilo kebo
no nteng ka bua fela go leboa ke leboa haholo ho ba di training tsa Umsizi di nthusitse haholo Umsizi and Harmony di go thusitse ka hore ne re batla ho etsa ntho e kgolo ene ka bona re kgonne ho producer ho feta ka mone re nahana ka teng ene ntse ke bona we are going to do more and more and more ka nnete yona ya nthusa ntate ka nnete ya nthusa ntho ke ne ke lo kolota shabo no one is working in the house but garden e kgona ho meeta di needs tse mmalwa tsa rona ka nnete
re ithutile ntho tse ngata tse bohlokwa especially now because ke dream ya ka ho tloa ke hola ya hore nka fihlella ditoro tsaka and ka yona I'm sure ke tlo di fihlella ditoro tsaka. One bet I make 560 ka cabbage ene le Harmony ntsenga ka etsa nyana le Umsizi ke re ho bona ke re ka nnete ka hare ho meloding ba entse thuso e kgolo
entle date kwena ke thusitswe ke beetroot hobane ke tlwaetse ho reka dishopong o nyenya mare sale ke jala beetroot le eiye mone ka bona le kana le hlo ya ngwana go tswa eka so ntho tseo di mmakaditse ke bona papa mme ke thabetsa go
nna ke rekisitse mokojotsi nna ke rata go rekisa moro hape ke go bona batho ba feta mo ha ke re ke ne ke rata go jala spinaches le setle batho ba feta so ha batho ba feta mo ba bona ba gona ba ke a rekisa moro ke bandlele ke a ikga ke 10 rand ba reka ka 10 rand ba se reka spinach batho ba taxi ke ba feta mo la batho ba ha ba chase le ba hlantoropo motho a sa tla rekile moro bona ba tshantse ba fumane moro mona ba feta.
The MyFuture training provided in the BBL program has been significant in showing participants how to set goals and move towards the scheduling and tracking of decisive action. This has prompted many households to begin to journey towards an empowered future for themselves. Coupled with this, The MyBusiness training development business tool, such as budgeting, tracking of sales and savings, and analysis of profit and loss. With these skills in place, participants can generate and increase sustainable income.
Since I met with you, you taught me so many things again. To do bookkeeping, we must plan ahead. We must have plans. You are helping us. You've helped me, Agiti, 100 times, more than 100 times.
Yo, if next time ever thing, but attend because most of our do that sebet, remete the grant, remete or something. But if you can start attending BBL, this project, at least you learn. And what grouping, but what you motivate even more. I can do something else. So I'll encourage you when the program is happen, but attended to change their lives.
The BBL vision is to spread like wildfire through the Harmony community and beyond, changing the socio-economic landscape of South Africans for good.
One benefit of the BBL program is that it actually takes care of itself, through word of mouth and through support. Once it starts spreading, it's spreading like a wildfire, and we can see that in the communities.
Now, sebile re bitswa hona le pleke engwe re bitsweng ho yona. Hane ke ntse ke nahana ntho tsa ho tla ke no re tlo tlameha ho ya ko le teng hara community mona. Hona le be re ba etseditseng ba sentse ba entse di trenches ka mona. Se re kene hara location jwale.
The future of the BBL program within Harmony looks promising. We are currently implementing the program in our host communities, and because of the positive impacts that we have seen, we are hoping to roll it out into our labor-sending communities, which are in the remote areas of the country. The BBL is a game changer. It will outlive Harmony. It can be replicated anywhere as long as there's commitment on the ground to take it further.
This is only the beginning for Harmony's game-changing BBL program. As the BBL spread across the nation into the future, the potential of economic empowerment of ordinary South Africans is virtually limitless. As long as more and more residents are feeling the impact, Harmony will continue to invest into vital initiatives to promote the well-being of these communities. The BBL is the ideal vehicle for South Africa to rebuild our local economy from the household up through productive, self-sustaining livelihoods on a massive scale. Thank you, Harmony, for what you have begun.